Long ago, our ancestors didn't pop pills for health. They relied on their diet, fat, carbs, and proteins. But then, scientists made a groundbreaking discovery. They found magic components in food that our bodies desperately needed. They called them vitamins. Soon, big advertisers jumped in. Who knew that these tiny molecules would launch a billion-dollar industry? Or that behind them lay tales of pirates, mystery illnesses, and global expeditions? How did we transform from eating fresh oranges to gulping down vitamin C pills? And how can a single pill replace the effect of the sun? Dive with us into the captivating origin of vitamins and uncover secrets that many don't know. Long sea voyages during the Age of Sail, roughly the 16th to mid-19th century, brought about a mysterious illness that claimed the lives of many sailors. Symptoms began with fatigue, followed by swollen and bleeding gums, the reopening of old wounds, and eventually death. Sailors, pirates, and explorers often found themselves weakened and vulnerable, with entire crews sometimes decimated by this unknown scourge. Without understanding its cause, the disease remained a feared companion of those who ventured out to the seas. It was referred to as scurvy. Scurvy had a significant impact on naval expeditions, piracy, and exploration. Many voyages had to be abandoned or suffered significant losses due to the ailment. The economic and human toll of the disease was substantial, leading to a pressing need to find a cure or prevention. Dr. James Lind, a Scottish physician in the Royal Navy during the 18th century, is often hailed as the pioneer in finding a solution to scurvy. Intrigued by the disease, Lind conducted one of the first recorded clinical experiments in 1747 aboard the HMS Salisbury. He divided 12 sailors with scurvy into 6 pairs, giving each pair different treatments, including cider, vinegar, and oranges and lemons. While most treatments had no significant effect, sailors who consumed citrus fruits showed dramatic improvements. His observations pointed towards the benefits of citrus fruits in preventing and treating scurvy. Lind's work, documented in his book, A Treatise on the Scurvy, eventually led to the British Navy adopting the practice of providing sailors with lemon or lime juice, earning British sailors the nickname limeys. Despite Lind's groundbreaking work, it took time for the British Navy and other maritime powers to widely adopt the citrus preventative measure. Various reasons, including skepticism about Lind's findings and the logistical challenges of storing fresh fruit on long voyages, contributed to the delay. However, once implemented, the incidence of scurvy dropped dramatically. This discovery was a turning point in understanding nutrition and disease. It paved the way for future research into vitamins and nutritional deficiencies, forever changing the way we perceive diet and health. In the early 20th century, a series of diseases caused by dietary deficiencies, much like scurvy, puzzled the medical community. Beriberi, pellagra, rickets, and night blindness were among them. The search for a common thread or solution became a focal point for many scientists of that era. Enter Dr. Casimir Funk, a Polish biochemist who in 1912 embarked on an investigative journey that would fundamentally alter our understanding of nutrition. While researching beriberi, a nerve-degenerating disease, he isolated a nitrogen-containing compound from rice bran, which could prevent the ailment. He named this compound vitamin, derived from vita, meaning life in Latin, and amine after its nitrogenous makeup. Funk proposed that such vitamins were essential for life and that deficiencies in these could lead to various diseases. It was a revolutionary concept that there were trace compounds in our food, separate from known nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, which were essential for health. However, as more was discovered about these compounds, it became clear that not all of them contained an amine group. To reflect this, the E at the end was dropped, and the term vitamin was adopted. The early 20th century saw rapid advancements in the field of biochemistry, driven in part by the quest to identify and understand these new vitamins. Scientists began isolating various vitamins and identifying their chemical structures. For instance, vitamin C, ascorbic acid, the anti-scurvy factor found in citrus fruits, was isolated in 1928 by Dr. Albert, and its structure was later identified. Similarly, vitamins like A, D, E, and K were isolated, characterized, and synthesized. With each discovery, the links between diet, vitamins, and health became clearer. Deficiency diseases, once widespread and mysterious, could now be prevented or treated with specific dietary interventions. These discoveries also led to the commercial production of vitamin supplements. With the onset of World War II, ensuring the nutritional adequacy of soldiers' diets became a priority. This spurred the mass production of vitamin-enriched foods and pills, embedding the concept of vitamins into public consciousness. Back in the early 1900s, big city streets were where everyone learned about new things. There wasn't any online advertising like we have now. It was all about sellers on the streets shouting about their goods. Back in the 1930s in New York, the streets were always busy. Among the crowd, some sellers shouted about a special magic drink. They said this drink and some pills could make people feel great and live longer. Many folks gathered around, hoping these bottles held a special secret to feeling their best. After all, who wouldn't want to feel healthy and full of energy? One of these salesmen, Mr. Jacob Hartman, was particularly successful. His corner on Fifth Avenue was always crowded, and not just because of his claims about the elixir, but also because of his theatrical presentation. He would often showcase before and after photos, with the latter always showing someone bursting with health and vibrancy. "It's the future," he would exclaim. "Why wait to get sick when you can prevent it?" As the 1940s dawned, and the shadow of World War II loomed large, the narrative around these elixirs began to shift. It was no longer just about individual health. Mr. Hartman, ever the opportunist, recognized the changing tide and began marketing his vitamins with a touch of patriotism. Large banners reading "Vitamins for Valor" hung above his stall. The idea was simple. By boosting their health, individuals were indirectly contributing to the nation's strength. A strong, healthy populace could produce more, contribute more, and when the time came, fight more efficiently. Hartman's sales pitch became a mix of personal wellness and national duty. "For you, for the country," he'd passionately declare. However, not all vendors were honest. A few streets down, the cunning Mr. Silas peddled his own brand of vitamin. His marketing technique, bold, outlandish claims. One day, his pills would promise to add 10 years to one's life. The next, they'd guarantee an IQ boost of 20 points. People were skeptical but intrigued. After all, who wouldn't want to be smarter? Even if there was only a sliver of truth in Silas's claims, many thought it was worth the gamble. If they were still alive, they could lead today's biggest marketing company. The streets of New York became the battleground for the vitamin. The elixir of life had truly made a splash, and the city would never be the same. But there was too much competition. Vendors decided to slowly start doing the same thing in other cities. They spread their stalls and stories first to Boston, Chicago, San Francisco, then to Europe and beyond. The vitamin wave, which had started in New York, was now cascading across all the world. Nowadays, the marketing tactics didn't change that much. They're still claiming miracle stories. But while the core message remains constant, the medium and methods have seen a significant shift. No longer are the streets the primary battleground for these miracle claims. Instead, it's the realm of social media. Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok are flooded with testimonials of people showcasing their transformation, attributing their newfound vitality to a particular supplement. These stories, coupled with visually appealing graphics and video clips, make for a compelling argument to the scrolling viewer. Today's street seller might just be your favorite online influencer. Brands collaborate with these internet personalities, who then recount their own miracle stories to their millions of followers, making the product all the more desirable. It's word-of-mouth marketing on digital steroids. These famous faces, with their massive followings, transform these products from mere pills and powders into coveted lifestyle essentials. Take, for example, Jennifer Aniston endorsing VitaFusion, or Khloe Kardashian's collaboration with Dose and Company or Liver King with his ancestral living supplement. Even sports figures like Tom Brady promote their own line of supplements, appealing to both their fan base and health enthusiasts. These endorsements make a powerful statement. If it's good enough for the stars, it's surely good enough for the average person. This association not only skyrockets sales, but also embeds these brands deep within popular culture. But is that true? Let's uncover some controversies and concerns. Amidst the glamour and allure of celebrity endorsements, a shadowy realm of controversies began to emerge. As vitamin supplements surged in popularity, not every product on the shelf held up to scrutiny. Some, when tested, were found to contain only trace amounts of the advertised nutrients, while others held none at all. There were tales of miracle supplements that were nothing more than sugar pills dressed in deceptive packaging. In a world that has seen advancements and regulations in almost every industry, it's puzzling how the supplement realm seems to be stuck in a bygone era. Despite our collective growth in knowledge and technology, the vitamin and supplement sector operates with a surprising degree of freedom. Compared to the maze of regulations that pharmaceutical giants navigate, supplement makers seem to walk a relatively straightforward path. It's almost as if they're playing by an entirely different rulebook. But why the disparity? Why is one so stringently monitored while the other seemingly gets a free pass? Ever since 1994, Big Pharma has reveled in this regulatory freedom, almost flaunting it. Unlike medicines that undergo rigorous testing before hitting the shelves, many of these supplements don't face the same scrutiny. They're not always mandated to prove their safety or efficacy, which starkly contrasts with the strict protocols medicines are subject to. The disparity raises eyebrows and concerns alike. If a drug needs rigorous testing to ensure it's safe, shouldn't a pill, consumed daily by millions, meet similar standards? Where does one draw the line between safety and commerce? Regulatory bodies, like the FDA, began facing criticism for not keeping a tighter rein on these products. Scandals erupted, with investigative journalists uncovering that certain brands paid off scientists to produce favorable research on their supplements, regardless of the actual benefits or side effects. The line between genuine health aid and snake oil became blurred, leaving consumers baffled and at times even harmed. Moreover, self-proclaimed online health gurus further muddied the waters. Every week, a new influencer would claim to have discovered the ultimate supplement, touting its merits and often vilifying others. The internet was rife with clashing opinions, each backed by dubious studies or anecdotal evidence. The unsuspecting public, in their quest for wellness, found themselves navigating a minefield of misinformation, unsure whom to trust. Yet even amidst these controversies, the vitamin industry continued to thrive. The promise of better health, packaged neatly in a pill, was too tempting to resist. However, discerning consumers began to recognize the importance of doing their own research, seeking out unbiased sources, and understanding that while supplements can offer benefits, they are not magic. They began to demand transparency and authenticity, shifting the market dynamics and holding companies accountable for their products and promises. Slowly, the truth started emerging. A researcher, Dr. Peter Cohen from Cambridge Health Alliance, decided to study the supplement industry more closely. What he discovered was quite alarming. He found out that many of these so-called natural products had harmful ingredients in them. What's even scarier is that some of these dangerous ingredients weren't even mentioned on the labels. Supplements are popular among many people. They believe these products are safer and more natural than traditional medicines. But how true is this belief? Dr. Cohen's studies raised some concerns. He examined 17 widely used sports and weight loss supplements available in the US. Shockingly, he discovered 9 banned stimulants in them. This raises serious questions about the safety and transparency of the supplement industry. You might wonder, why are supplements so popular? Many believe they are safer and more natural than pharmaceutical drugs. However, Dr. Cohen's collaboration with the FDA suggests otherwise. A 2018 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association revealed a startling fact. Between 2007 and 2016, the FDA identified 746 natural supplements that secretly contained drugs like steroids. Out of these, only half were taken off the market. The rest? They might still be out there, available for purchase. How could such a thing happen? The Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act of 1994 plays a big role. This law was created to ensure supplements were easily accessible to people. However, it overlooks some major safety issues. Many critics feel that this act is too lenient on the supplement industry. As a result, some companies might prioritize profits over the safety of their consumers. This could lead to harmful ingredients sneaking into our daily supplements. While the FDA tries hard to monitor and regulate these products, they face challenges. They are often restricted by budgetary constraints, which makes it hard for them to keep track of every single product on the market. Now, is that a valid reason, or should they strengthen regulations in the vitamin market? Let us know in the comments. Smash that like button, hit that bell notification, and subscribe. We have more crazy tales to uncover.